everybody, welcome back to another episode of Doc's Autos, or if you're new, welcome. And please consider subscribing and hitting the like button below, sharing it to your friends. Helps the YouTube gnomes we've got good content over here. Today, we're doing something a little bit different. Instead of looking at car content and fixing cars, we are looking at our new trailer. Not a car hauling trailer, not horse trailer, but the missus and I went out and picked ourselves up a new fifth wheel camper. An upgrade from the pop-up camper we've used for the last number of years, kind of with the kids and expanding our camping trips. We have outgrown that and we're just looking for something a little bigger, a little warmer, and something with a refrigerator that works. So we have settled on this. This here is a Jayco Eagle. It's 35 foot, and we're gonna do a quick little walk around. So maybe you're not into camping or RVing, whatever. Video may not be for you, but if you do enjoy the outdoors, camping, this is far from roughing it. I grew up camping in tents, and this is by far much nicer. So take a quick look around. We do have the awning out here, which is now electric. You can control it from the panel inside or from the Jayco, the J-Command app on your smartphone or tablet. And it is pretty nice because it does have lighting underneath. So you've got some lights out here. It is dimmable, so you can dim these. And if you want to drop one side for, let's say you're gonna have some rain maybe, you can give this a little tug and angle the awning down a little bit. Anyways, walking around the outside here, we've got a nice pass through. Go all the way through, we've got all of our stuff in here like camp chairs, air compressor because the pickup leaks air from the tires all the time. We have a bunch of stuff in here, fire extinguisher I picked up, basic stuff like bug spray, suntan lotion. We've got two 30-pound LP tanks, one on either side. So plenty of gas, right? We do have LP heat and water heater. We also have an electric fireplace inside for heat and an electric element in the water heater, so we can go either way. Refrigerator in this thing is 12 volt only, but it does run over on 110 volt if you're plugged into shore power through the inverter. Otherwise, when you're out in the open without power or generator, it does run 12 volts. So we do have a solar array on the roof, 400 watt output, and two deep cycle batteries under the front here. Not a ton of interesting stuff up here. We've got just our batteries over there, some extension cords, our temporary grill till our Blackstone arrives, little toolbox, and this black tote here is full of all the stuff for the Blackwater. And I decided to keep that away from any of the stuff in the pass-through because I don't want anything near the turds. Plain and simple. Ow! That brings me to my next thing. Fun noodles. If you've got a fifth wheel or something with a slide out, you probably know why these fun noodles are here. If not, I just whacked my head on here, and there is a sharp corner or sharper corner from the slide out, and if you hit your head, it would really hurt. So we've got the fun noodles. We have had a generator for a couple years, so we'll bring that with us. That's a 30 amp Predator from Harbor Freight. This camper is geared for 50 amp service, only because it is pre-wired for the second air conditioner upstairs in the stateroom. So if you only have the one air conditioner like we have configured, you don't need to have a full 50 amps. Unless you wanted to run your fireplace, the water heater, the microwave, the coffee pot, the crock pot, and the toaster at the same time. Then you might have a problem. Otherwise, you should be pretty okay. Other side of the pass-through, we have a whole section here for your tanks, holding tanks, your black water, your gray waters, and then all of your cutovers for filling and sanitizing and draining. There's also a hot and cold water spray shower out here in case you need to shower outdoors or wash off or something. There's also options here for hooking up satellite, cable TV, or some auxiliary input for TV. Not that I'll be doing a whole lot of that, but if we do, there is a HD or over-the-air antenna on the roof, along with hookups for adding the WinneGuard Wi-Fi and 4G repeater inside. I'll show you that in a minute. If you look on the back side here with our two slides, we've got our main stateroom up top, and then back here is our living area with a couch and a dinette. Both those fold out for beds. You'll notice the lack of a rear bumper here. That's why we've got all the black water hose stuff up in the front, because we don't have a bumper to slide like in older campers or a lot of other styles that have a big steel bumper here where you could slide that black water hose into. Alrighty, we opted to get the camera system on here, so we've got one camera back here. And then there's a side view camera on either side of the camper. Helps for blind spot monitoring, also backing into campsites or our shop just to make sure we don't hit anything. And I'm primarily going to use it to see who is tailgating me. So probably the best feature outside of the camper, why we chose this model versus others, is the outdoor kitchen. So we've got a fridge here, we've got a couple drawers, the ever popular bottle opener, storage up here, and there is a port here. It's called the J port, where pretty much there's a receiver hitch and a bar slides in and a place to mount a Blackstone grill. So we were excited to get that. A couple of the other models we looked at didn't have an outdoor kitchen. They had more bunks inside or a full bathroom in the back for 2 bathrooms. We didn't need 2 more bathrooms to clean. Or just a configuration that wasn't really optimal for us, because our thinking is, especially with kids sleeping, we don't want to be running inside frequently in the evening for snacks or beverages. So we can just get everything out here. And we don't track anything indoors, especially if it's rainy or muddy out, or when it's cold, we're not letting all the warm air out. There's also a sink here, hot and cold water. There is charging for some USB plugs, and there's also a Bluetooth speaker you can purchase if you so choose. We don't have that. We might, who knows, maybe not. Blue lights, LEDs, so those are kind of nice back here. The only item is that this refrigerator, let me flip the lights. This refrigerator is 110, so when we're camping off the grid somewhere, this won't be terribly helpful for me unless we've got the generator. But otherwise, especially sitting here at home, keep the beverages cold. It's always 5 o'clock somewhere. One of the neat features here, if I can get back into the light, is the J Command app, and there's a lot of things you can do from it. You can adjust a lot of your slide outs in and out, your awning, your lighting, your air conditioning, heating, pretty much all the main functions of the camper you can control from your phone. So here's an example. We've got our awning lights. You can turn those on and off right here from your phone, or if you want, you can dim them down. So that dimming feature isn't available on the wall switch inside, but you can do it from your phone, which is pretty cool. Speaking of inside, let's wander in there now. There are these nice stairs here. They are on a torsion spring, so it does not take somebody super strong to get these into the camper when you go to leave. So that's pretty nice. Indoors, oh, look at this indoors. Yeah. As long as we're talking about the tech outside, let's talk about the tech inside. So here's, I was saying, we have got some momentary switches for inside and outside. And then here's your J Command unit. We have air conditioning here. Let me run up here. There we go. We've got our air conditioning. You can run through all the different options. Your tank status, your different pumps and water heaters, gas heaters. Awnings, you can move those in and out, your slide, and then your HVAC you can set for on, off furnace for the gas furnace. And up here we do have our solar information. So we do have those 290 watt panels on the roof and 2 deep cycle batteries in the storage up front like I showed you. So we should be plenty good for a long weekend camping off the grid, especially to keep that refrigerator inside cold. We'll wander back here to the bunk house, and this was our main draw for this specific unit. If we get some lights, we got 4 bunks, 1, 2, 3, 4, some storage, a mount for a TV, yay. But a lot of the campers with bunk houses that we saw had maybe a curtain here, or at least a bifold or a accordion door. We wanted something that was an actual solid door. So when the kids went to bed in the evening and mom and dad came in for a snack, we didn't have to worry as much about waking them up. Maybe if we used the microwave we would, but in general, we should be good. Got a decent sized freezer as well. So that's nice to see. They do have other options, which are LP or 110. Just depends on what configuration you ordered. This has happened to work for us and it was on the lot, so we didn't have to wait for anything custom to be made, because right now there's no guarantees on when things are going to be available. We were looking at a different model. One of the places we looked at, and the 2022 model, they really had not gotten any information yet on when it would be available, configuration options, or price. So we luckily found this one about 3 hours away and snapped it up. Back here again, we've got more of these lights everywhere. Ooh, we've got more of these blue lights down here. So just some extra night lighting. We've got some windows with the emergency exits if needed. So that's quite nice. And over here, as I was saying, outdoors, we've got just a basic dinette here with some pull-out storage underneath. This table actually folds down for a bed. Here we go. These lights are also switched. Everything in here is LED, which is awesome. We have our backlit Jayco Eagle. Nothing says America and freedom like a bald eagle comes in your camper. Here is our couch. It pulls out for a sleeper again. That's a full size, whatever. Depending again on the configuration, you could get some theater chairs there. Mix us up a little bit. A couple of different options. So depending on what your needs were, and we figured just having extra bedding and places to sit and sleep would be great. We've also got plenty of pantry space here. Lots of cupboards, so you can, again, tell we have kids because there's snacks galore. These peanut butter things I may have purchased myself off the list. More storage up here, more snacks for kids. You know, tons of storage in here. Coming from a pop-up camper, the storage we had in there was phenomenal, but everything was so crammed in there where once you actually got set up, you had to unload everything at like your clothes, most of your food and whatnot, and it took an hour and a half to get that thing set up or taken down. This 15, 20 minutes, you're done. So especially if it rains on Sunday when you try and go home, you throw everything in the camper, you close the slide-ins and you go home and you deal with it later. The pop-up, everything went away wet. You got home, you unpacked it, you dried it off, and that was just another mess. So this is much better. We do have a nice little entertainment system here. I got a 42-inch TV, a multi-zone receiver with Bluetooth, HDMI input, DVD player. Here's our electric fireplace. And this actually puts out quite a lot of heat. Change the colors. You can actually have it be heat, high, low heat, or just ambient, so that's kind of nice too. But again, if you don't have power, that doesn't work. Kitchen, again, is pretty well outfitted. Again, we've got the refrigerator, microwave, stove, oven, LED lights on our knobs. Again, plenty of storage in here. Nice deep sink. Wand comes loose, so plenty of counter space, which is also what we liked. A lot of campers we saw didn't have a lot of counter space, especially in the 35 to 37 foot range. Just because they tried to cram a lot of other stuff into the space. So they kind of sacrificed some of the kitchen countertop, which we're very happy we found this configuration. Run up the stairs here. There we go. We do have a full bathroom in here. Well, 3/4, I guess, because we've got our toilet, basic RV toilet. Not like at home, you've got a little pump button over here to push and it flushes everything down to the black water tank. There's a exhaust fan here, shower, a nice corner shower, which is pretty nice. There's actually room for me to stand up in this bathroom and thus the shower and not worry about hitting my head and actually being able to take a nice shower. So you can see it's pretty decent size. And we just have this laying on the ground now because for travel, you don't want anything to fall out of this little holder here and potentially get damaged. So it just sits on the floor. Got a decent sized vanity here, medicine cabinet with, again, ample storage for whatever you've got to put in there. Got a slider door here, kind of a pocket barn door thing for cutting off this area to the bathroom. There's another one over here, which is nice, so we can kind of cordon everything off. Nice linen closet here for towels, sheets, clothes, whatever you want to throw in here. And walking into the master bedroom or stateroom, whatever you'd like to call it, we do have a full-size queen. It's not a short or RV-sized queen, so that's nice. Standard sheets fit it, and even though it's only about 4 inches thick, it so far is pretty comfortable. We'll have to see after a couple of weekends how it goes or not. But we have, again, lots of storage up here. There's our little nightstand here, little cubbies with some holes underneath, which you can't really see because it's dark. But again, we have more lights overhead, these little blue luns, and then overhead LEDs above. One of the other nice things up here is the slide out. We do have that linen closet over there in the bathroom side. And then over here, we have a wardrobe with plenty of space to hang things up. So that's a bonus. Jackets, coats, sweatshirts, whatever. Got a couple of hoodies here, just no hangers down here yet. We've got a nice dresser here with a couple of drawers, dresser top, and a couple of decent sized windows in here with blinds. Up top here we do have a roof vent, and this is where we are wired in for that second air conditioner should we choose to add it. There is a temperature sensor here on the wall. All the ducting is already in place, as well as the wiring. There is place for yet another TV, so let's count them. 1, 2, 3, 4 TVs you could have in this rig. Are we camping or... I don't know. I get it. Lots of people do lots of different things camping. Having 4 TVs in my camper just is not my style. All right, so that's kind of the quick run through of our new rig here. It is quite an upgrade for us, so we're excited to use it and use it a lot. We found an amazing deal on it, which was awesome. Significant amount off of retail, and we'd gone to look at a couple of places down here by us in Rochester, or near Rochester, and while they had some great options, they just didn't have this specific layout we were looking for, and we ended up finding it with kind of a Hail Mary Google search at the 11th hour, just kind of in our we'll wait till next year. But my wife found this, and I found it just a few seconds later, actually. So we took a look at it and put a deposit on it. Actually just picked it up a couple of days ago. We've spent one night in it so far with the kids, and it's gone great. We've got 3 or 4 more weekends coming up yet, so maybe towards the end of the season I will do another review or recap on if it's everything we hoped it would be. We actually ended up finding this place, finding the camper up at Ted's RV up just outside of St. Cloud, Minnesota. So I guess they are one of the largest dealers around, and they do almost zero advertising. So a little advertising for Ted's RV. They have a bunch of stuff on their lot. Great to work with. We had a whole walkthrough for the camper before we brought it home, and you know, I think it's going to be a pretty great deal. Anyways, thank you for watching. A little different style, a little different content. We can't do car content all the time, every day. But I do have to get back to do that sometime soon because I'm running out of content that's queued up, ready to go now. But it's just been too warm, so I've kind of enjoyed sitting out here in the air conditioning the last couple of nights and getting this thing ready to go. So again, thanks, and we'll see you all in the next video. Bye-bye.